What's good, y'all? P right here coming back at you with another one. Now, I just saw a very exciting game. I just saw the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Clippers in stunning fashion. Pat Bev was all over the place. You thought Pat Bev won a championship the way he was carrying on with himself, man. He jumping up in the crowd talking spat to the Clippers. This was personal. But I love guys like Pat Bev because he's a guy that you want to go to war with, right? If you had to pick somebody to go to get your to have your back, that he gonna be the shooter, it's definitely gonna be Pat Bev, and he wanted to stick it to the Clippers. That's what competition is all about. It brings out the emotions in you. It brings out the competition in you because we're humans. We're not machines. We're not machines that put up data and numbers. Okay, we're basketball players, and we bring emotion, feeling, heart, determination, hard work. That's stuff that a stat machine can't measure. Now you see what Pat Bev was doing out there? He was hustling, going after loose balls, diving on the floor. There's no stat for that. There's no stat for having heart, getting up in somebody's mug, taking their confidence, their morale, bringing it down. Where's the stat for that? It doesn't exist. You know why? Because when you're competing and you're trying your very best, that is the very essence of sports. Anthony Edwards, another guy, played with a lot of heart, a walking bucket. Okay, this kid is going to be a star if he continues to play like this. He's in the entry level of his career. Right now, he's just going to show you how good he is, put up some numbers, and look good. This is show out phase of his career. But boy, if this guy hit his prime, if Anthony Edwards hit his prime, he could become the next D Wade, or he could become Jordan like if he grow a couple inches. Okay, I don't know why I keep saying that, but I guess that's the hype that he put on himself. He wants to. He said he could do it. Let's see if he could do it. But the kid he got cojones. All right, there's no stat for that moxie that he got. Other team called Anthony Towns got carried tonight. Leader of the team getting carried in a big game. Now I don't like this playing tournament too much, but I will say this: it's probably growing on me a little bit because if we could get games like this, I wouldn't mind it because this is giving people another reason to play in the regular season. It's giving people another reason to be excited about, you know. Because if this was just the regular season and we was doing countdowns, um, these games wouldn't be as I would guess hard worked as they are now. This was a playoff atmosphere, so I think um, Adam Silverman, I give him props. Silver Cup Studios, Astoria, Queens. I give him props for coming up with this idea a little bit because it is entertaining when you got the right teams in it. I mean, it has its downfalls. It screws some teams out of a lower seed team, but people look at lower seed teams as first round exits anyway. So it is what it is. It's not like a 7 for eighth team, eighth seed ever won a championship. So that's why I think they put that in there because they look at it regardless. You're going home in the first round anyway, you know. So it does give several teams the chance to compete. Now the Clippers still have another chance. Paul George played pretty good, not gonna take nothing away from him, but him and the team just couldn't come up with stops to stop that flurry that was Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell was a journeyman going from team to team, drafted by the Lakers, gave up on him. Now he's shining on the T Wolves. Now, this could have been the Lakers of 2019. All that's young talent, and this could have been the Lakers. Imagine if that young talent developed. Imagine if that young talent was able to stay on the court. You already see what Brandon Ingram came to. You got Kyle Kuzma. If Lonzo Ball ever reached All-Star status, the Lakers would have had him. So they dropped. I mean, they could have been this type of team that the Minnesota T Wolves is. But here's what we got: we got John Morant versus Anthony Edwards, young bucks, not even in a prime, but playing for a right to be called "I got next." Carl Anthony Towns. Okay, uh, you got veterans like Pat Bev. I mean, it's going to be on. This is going to be on. This is going to be a good series. It's going to be fast paced, I believe, up and down, because these are two young teams that ain't going to execute too well. They ain't going to execute plays. This is going to be a knockout, drag out series of just a bunch of young players playing hard. John Morant going to catch somebody's. Anthony Edwards going to catch somebody's. It's going to be crazy. I mean, that's the only way I could think of it. Only thing I could come up with that it's going to be a crazy series. Um, if you haven't noticed, Brooklyn Nets is going to play the Boston Celtics. That's going to be a good series. I'm really into that one. Um, yeah, it's going to be hot. It's going to be on and popping, boy. Man, it's going to be fire. You know, but this is what it's all about. We got two young teams playing with each other. We got in prime Phoenix Suns. We got an in prime uh, Golden State Warriors. Yo, the West is going to be stacked. The West is going to be fun to watch. You got MVP candidate, the Joker, and his Denver Nuggets. Fire. It's going to be a good playoff series. You know, we're going to have some good games. And this first round is going to be crazy. We get to tell me we get the best of seven of the T Wolves and the Memphis Grizzlies, two teams that overachieved that nobody thought would be here. They're just a bunch of young bucks, right? They're all going to have to go do learning lessons. You know, how to win games, how to execute, how to trust their teammates, how to grow. That's what this is going to be all about for both of these guys. This is going to come down to who grows the fastest, who becomes the man the fastest. And that's what it's going to be all about. It's going to be fun, man. Did you see Pat Bev out there? He talks back to the Clippers bench. He said, "You're going to regret trading me. You can't afford me. You got to trade me." He said, "You should have put that money up because I could have been doing this for your team. You should have put this money up." He wanted it bad. And you know what? He's not the most talented basketball player in the league. He's not the, we don't rate role players, but if we do, he won't be the best role player in the world. But what he is hard work and determination every single night. He gets up in your mug. He's relentless. He doesn't quit. That's what I like in a basketball player. I see that same spirit in Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is starting to grow on me, man, for these young basketball players. I like the youth. The next generation of basketball is going to be awesome. Zion Williamson is going to be a monster. He could be like the next big guy, next Shaq. Man. He just got to get in shape. Trey Young, he's trying to follow in Steph Curry's footsteps. He may be the next Steph. The NBA is in good hands for the next generation. And these guys are going to have to put up with in prime players like Giannis Antetokounmpo right now, Kevin Durant right now, Kawhi Leonard right now. You know, then you got the third phase, the guys that's closing out their careers, the LeBron James, the Chris Pauls. They're cementing their legacy and ending it off because they're about to close the door. So they trying to do what they got to do to cement their final spot on an all-time great list. So it's on and popping with them. This is amazing. This is great NBA action. You know what I'm saying? As a guy that loves basketball, loves sports, if we could get a playoff games like this, I'd be happy. I'd be satisfied. You know, I love to see two guys, two teams compete mano on a mano. I don't want to hear no excuses. Everybody got injuries. Everybody hurt. So it's just going to come down to survival of the fit, especially in postseason. We're going to have to see who get down, who want it the most. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about that work. I'm all about giving that work. It is what it is. Man, D'Angelo Russell performed. A guy that's basically was a becoming a journeyman. But he comes to play with his best friend, Carl Anthony Towns, and they make the playoffs. T Wolves came from a long way, you know. But what could be the ceiling for Anthony Edwards? Could he be the guy to win some championships in the future once he hits his prime? He's only in what, his second year? Am I right? He's only in his second year. But he carries Carl Anthony Towns tonight. Carl Anthony Towns fouls out. Yo, what a game. What a good game. And we got more to come. Clippers still have a chance. They're gonna face the winner of wait, what do I think they face what the winner of the Spurs and the who's his other team? Oh, the Pelicans. You know, I dropped link, bro, but if your voice starts to lag and it's uh it's not that good, don't blame me. Blame the Philippines. you know, I I see if I can hear your voice if it drops because I've been having a little problems with this Wi-Fi and this audio. So I figure I just come on a little bit. What up, Z? Did you see this last game? What a game, huh? What do you think of Anthony Edwards now, Z? What do you think about these young players? Do he get next? Do he get next? He may just have next. He may just be that dude. He may be that guy that got next. You know what I'm saying? He may be that guy that could have the league all in his hands. I got the whole league in my hands. That's what he could be saying when he hits his prime. He hasn't hit his prime yet. You know, yup. He's at that stage, man. These young bucks, man. And what he do now, I'm not gonna take to heart because he's just putting up numbers showing you that he could play basketball. He's not technically playing winning basketball. He's just playing basketball to show you that he could play. That's what a lot of these young players do because they need to prove to the world that they could play. They need to secure a job. They need to secure that bag. You know, when he hits his prime, after he proves the world he could become a countless time All Star, then that's when he's gonna have to start getting MVPs, Defensive Player of the Years, scoring titles, 60 wins, and all this other stuff. Lead your team to the playoffs, get number one seed, two, three seed, go to the finals, go to the conference finals. What do you do on your biggest moments? Did you fail? Did you choke? Did you come through? You know, TJ, I hit the link because I don't know if you coming through or not. You know, and I'm just gonna keep it moving, man. You know I've been. I wouldn't say I would say probably somewhat ranting a little bit, right? You know, what's up? Yup. What up? Yo, yo, yo. What up?
What up? Can you hear me?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Okay, bro. I can't. Sorry, Zach. I had to remove you from the screen because I can't barely hear you. It just sounds like water's being running. I can't hear a word that you're saying. So it must be a connection thing. So it looks like it. I won't be able to have too much guest on. I would just have to have talk in the chat section. My apologies because I can't even hear you. If I can't hear you, then I mean I don't even know a word that you're saying. But I give you one more try to see if you what happens.
What up?
Yo,
Can you hear me?
yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to drop the link then, or just come out the screen because I can't hear you.
Can't hear
You're
me?
lagging. You see? Did you hear that? It's like, sorry, bro. You're lagging. I appreciate you trying to come on and talk, but I can't hear you. So I'm having a little problems with my audio. Actually, the receiving end. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. It just sounds muffled. It's like kind of how like a record is in slow motion. Sounds like that, you know. And Shy Town is trying to come in. Let me see if I can hear him. Yo,
What's up? Can you hear me?
yo,
Can you hear me?
yo.
You seen the Clippers?
Yeah, see, Shy Town, I can't hear you neither. So I guess just drop out the link.
Wait, you
Yeah, I
can't
think
hear
it's
me?
my Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
It's my Wi-Fi, bro. That's why I can't hear you guys. You know. I think Zach can hear us both, but he can't hear me. I can't hear you guys. It's because of my Wi-Fi. So TJ, you could come in, but you can only talk to Shy Town, and I can't hear a word that you guys are saying. So unfortunately.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
see, I sound clear to you guys, but I can't hear. Why can't I hear you guys? I can't hear you talk. So it must be something on my end. Yo.
Can you hear me?
He can't.
Yeah, man. What you guys think about this game? I guess you two could talk about it. I can't hear a word what you're saying. No, so this is gonna be a little weird, man. I can't hear a word what you're saying, but you know,
Yo, Town,
it,
can you
it's
hear me?
definitely my Wi-Fi. So,
Chi Town.
but
Yeah, I could hear you. I could hear both.
Fuck the
let me
Clippers.
try to move into a different section and see if it could work if I move into a different section. All right, I'm gonna take a little walk with me.
Dude, I just got a Kawhi Leonard jersey yesterday.
Why? Why?
Really,
It was on sale.
How much was it
maybe
for?
$85.
That's still, I don't know, for Kawhi.
It's a real one.
Yeah, but it's like, it's Kawhi though. He still has, like, I don't know.
if you hear that, see how it just muffled.
Then he got eliminated.
Can you hear me, Prince?
It must be the Wi-Fi. I can't hear nobody. Usually when I go on live, I'm using a different Wi-Fi. This is a bad Wi-Fi signal I'm using. It's not the normal one that I'm using, so therefore it's going to act up a little bit, you know. So it's not working. Look at this. Look what they do. They have you vote for this guy. Politics. They come around your crib telling you who to vote for. You know. But I guess I'm gonna have to just see you guys in the comment section because nobody could come on live right now. Could it be my speakers? Okay, I'm gonna try to use the audio that's coming from this tablet. So, um, Chicago, come back in one more time and just see. If not, if it don't work, then it don't work. It is what it is. I just have to get my Wi-Fi fixed. So this will be the last day that I will have this problem because I'm using a different Wi-Fi today. You know, but today is a big day for the NBA. I didn't want to miss it, even if I'm having bad Wi-Fi. So let's see what happens.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me, my voice? Can you hear
Yep.
my voice? Can you hear my voice? Hello? I can hear you fine.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Mic check.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you a little bit.
Oh, is it clear or
It's clear enough for me to hear you.
okay? No, maybe you should try like some headphones or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. But I think my headphones. I need to. I had to charge those. But
Yeah,
I won't
charge.
have this problem to any other day. It's only today because we had a rainstorm and my usual connect for Wi-Fi is messed up. So I'm using
Or
something different.
wasn't the issue your speaker?
Huh?
Wasn't your issue the speaker?
Yeah, I was shooting through a speaker, but I guess something must be wrong with the speaker then, right?
Yeah, I think it was probably your speaker. If you use headphones, I think it should be.
Maybe that speaker needs to be charged.
Yeah.
It's probably going down.
Yeah, but did you
King
watch
Wiley
this?
says go Minnesota. Okay.
Did you watch this Clippers game or no?
Oh yeah. That's what that's what I'm cooking on talking about right now.
Yeah, I don't know why they kept Zubac in the game at the end. That made no sense.
Say that again.
Why they had Zubac in the game?
Oh, man, he was just slow-footed. You could take him off the dribble and go straight to the basket,
No,
and he
he
draws
couldn't
fouls.
guard. He couldn't guard the pick and roll. He couldn't
Exactly.
even grab rebounds. So it was like he was pretty much useless out on the floor.
Pretty much, yeah. And King Wiley says Minnesota Timberwolves are they're in the playoffs now, and they're going up against Memphis. It's going to be a good battle.
Hey, to
Battle
be
of the
honest,
future.
I think they could beat Memphis. I think Patrick Beverly could probably shut down John Morant if he wants to.
Oh, you think so?
Like you saw how he got in the head of those guys today.
True that.
And I don't know how these guys, these elite players, get like punked out by Patrick Beverly. Like imagine him trying to guard Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant.
I know, man. I
Like,
mean,
do you remember that one game where he slapped LeBron on the butt?
oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
imagine if he did that to Jordan or Kobe, what they would do to him. Oh my god, they'd torch that dude.
Yeah, I know. I think they'll end up dropping like 60 on Pat Bev if he
Dude,
tried to do that.
he wouldn't try daring to do that to those guys. But then he does it to these guys in the NBA who are soft.
Oh yeah.
Like you saw
But
him
yo,
punk out Paul George
hold,
and
hold on for just 1 sec. I'm gonna go and get
sure,
the headphones to see if it works.
sure.
All right.
Did you see those other headphones? The white one? They all white. Maybe they down there. Let me get them. Ow.
Yo, what's up, Gideon?
Yep.
Yo, can you hear me?
Okay, I don't think these headphones working. I'm gonna take them off.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I tried the headphones, but it didn't work.
Okay. I don't know. It might be were the headphones good or what?
Nah, they're just like regular Bluetooth headphones, but maybe because they don't have a speaker in them.
Okay, yeah. Because if you could hear me from a computer, I think it's your speaker.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
Um.
yo, Pat Bev took this game personally.
Yeah. And I don't know why the Clippers even traded him in the first place for Eric Bledsoe.
Oh yeah, they could
And
use that
then
presence. Do you think the Clippers
yeah,
still make the playoffs?
I think they should be able to beat the Pelicans or the Spurs, but then I don't think they could beat Phoenix without Kawhi Leonard.
Mm.
I think they could push it like maybe 5 or 6 games, but then
Mm.
because I don't know if Luke. Do you know how long Luke Kennard is out for?
No, I don't even know.
No, because he didn't play
Yo,
either.
if
He
if they make it, they play the Suns, right?
yeah, that's the thing. And without Kawhi, they don't have a chance of winning that series.
Oh yeah, they don't stand a chance
Yeah, if Kawhi's back,
without Kawhi.
to be honest, I take the Clippers to beat the Suns if Kawhi was healthy, but he's obviously not. And then some other dudes were torching Kawhi for not playing the game today.
Oh yeah.
Because what's it called?
Yo,
He's practicing. He's doing 3-on-3 drills in the gym. He's
yo,
playing
King
perfectly fine in the
Wally,
gym.
are you a true Minnesota fan? I never ran into a Minnesota T-Wolves fan.
Yeah, Sam. I ran into Vikings fan, but never a Timberwolves fan.
Who?
No, I said I ran into a lot of Viking fans, but never Timberwolves.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, yeah, you definitely run into a lot of when it comes to football, you run into fans of all teams.
Yeah.
Football's a more bigger sport, but basketball, I mean, come on. How many people have you heard say they like the Minnesota T-Wolves or even watch them for that matter?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So,
And then I don't think the Clippers could beat the Suns. I think the Suns take that series, and then as I mentioned, people were getting mad at Kawhi for not playing in the game today because he could have played if he wanted to, but he just didn't want to. And then
really?
no, yeah, if Kawhi wanted to, he could play the game because the doctors cleared him to play. It's just that he said he's not ready yet.
Oh, this is another San Antonio Spurs situation.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Because have you noticed?
Man.
Someone was mentioning it to me before. The Spurs, they never call out players; they called out Kawhi Leonard.
Man, this is going to be really negative on his career, man, because he keeps doing this stuff. I don't know, like, I mean, I can't speak for him. I don't know if he's going through pain or not, but it happens too many times, man. I just think he's like, it's more of a mental thing. Maybe if he don't.
It's not even that too. Even when he's healthy, he sits out in too many games through the regular season too.
Yeah, man, something is really fishy with that, man. I don't get it. If you could go, I mean, there's a good chance that you're not going to be 100% to play basketball. If that's what he's looking for, then you're
And
never
another
going
thing
to
too,
play.
he never tore his ACL. It was just a partial tear.
Oh, okay. So I mean, like, well,
Yeah.
what's the issue here, man?
It's hard
I guess it's
because we're not in his body, so people handle things a different way. But he's getting torched by a lot of dudes out there on the internet for not playing today.
Well, I mean, I can see why, because this could be just a mental thing. If he's cleared to go and he's not feeling no pain, then he should be able to go. Because I seen a video that he didn't want people to film him practicing. Because maybe if you see him practicing, you say, "Hey, this guy doesn't look hurt."
Yeah, he was doing 3-on-3 drills, and he looked completely fine to me. But yeah, I'm not in his body, so I can't hard to say. But he's getting torched right now on the internet. Because another thing too, there's other players. Say that again.
What's your take on that though? Do you think it's justified, or do you think it's unfair?
I can't say because I'm not in his position, so people handled like injuries differently.
Right.
When I was in high school, I used to like play through injuries unless I could not walk at all. Like even you see how like Kobe is too. Kobe Bryant dealt with a lot of injuries, and Like unless
Yeah,
he
I
couldn't
mean,
walk.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
but like I said, I'm not in his body.
yeah.
His body's different from mine, so I can't say on that. But it
Mm.
is what it is.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. All I could do is just speculate because that's a tricky thing. I don't like judging people on their health because I don't know if you're feeling pain and the doctor says you're good to go technically, but if you're still feeling pain and there's no, you
Yeah, he
know,
could have came back, and I think he was cleared by like March to play, March
yeah,
or February, somewhere around that time.
oh
But
yeah.
he decided to take
See,
more
but
because
you could
he
be
never
cleared
tore his
by the doctor.
ACL.
That doesn't mean you're not feeling pain though.
Yeah, no, because what's it called? He never tore his ACL. It wasn't a full ACL tear like Clay Thompson had. It was just a
Yeah.
partial tear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because normally, and what's weird too is the deal he took. He took, I think he could have taken a 1+1 deal where he could have done this 1 year, and then opt out of his
Mm,
contract and get more money. But he didn't do that. He took 4 years.
that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
But
kind of
yo, are you? I know it's too early and he's not even in his peak yet. But what you think of Anthony Edwards? Do you see like a guy that's going to be a top 5 player in the league a couple
I don't know
years from
about
now?
top five. I think he'll be an elite player in the league.
Mm.
I think he'll still. I know you said that people are comparing him to Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah, he actually started that. He said that he was
Okay.
going to be the next Jordan, and everybody ran with it.
Okay. I don't know
Yeah,
because I used to have that. I think I mentioned this in your comments that with Donovan Mitchell, I saw some of that. Remember that year
yeah,
against OKC, who was hot. Remember that series?
yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of saw that in Donovan Mitchell, but he hasn't. After that, we haven't seen him take that next step yet. So with Anthony Edwards, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Oh yeah, but
What do you
not
think
bad
about
for.
Cat? What do you think about Cat's performance today?
Oh, it was terrible today. He was like 3 of 11. He fouled out. He got carried by his teammates today.
Yeah, I think I think he's too soft. That's his issue. He's an elite player, but when it comes to his mentality, he doesn't have that killer instinct.
Do you think Carl Anthony Towns is a franchise player?
I don't think you can win a championship with him being your best player. No.
Mm,
I think it'd be a second option like Anthony Davis was with the Lakers, but I don't think you could build a team around him. Your best
mm,
shot is to build around Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is going to be your main guy, not Carl Anthony Towns.
mm. That's interesting. You know, I like the fact that Anthony Edwards isn't afraid of the moment. He's young, but he don't look
Yeah,
afraid of the moment.
yeah, because
You
this
know,
was
but
his first big game. He never played in a game this big for him.
oh yeah,
So if they could beat the Grizzlies, that'll be something.
oh hell yeah. You know,
And I
and
think they
right
can
now,
beat the Grizzlies, especially with Patrick Beverly guarding John Morant. I think they could, if they play with the intensity they played today. I think they could beat the Grizzlies.
oh, that's gonna be a good one.
I
That's gonna
think it's
be a
gonna go
good one.
7 games, honestly.
Word. G Money. What you think about this, G Money? You think Wolves winning or what? You got your money on it? You got your money on the Wolves? But yeah, man. What you think of this play-in tournament now? Like, are you sold on it, or do you think it should go back to the old ways?
I mean, from a business standpoint, no. If I'm a business like for
Okay.
NBA business wise, it's a good thing because they're basically making money off these extra games.
Yeah, it definitely
So
does make
people,
money.
because what's it called? The Spurs are not a big market,
Right.
but people are gonna show up to like a playing game. Same with the Pelicans too. But these playing game, people will show up for them because
Oh
they
yeah.
mean more than a regular season game. So
And
they're just
here's
making
the
extra
thing.
money.
Here's the thing I like about it. This gives the regular season a little more meaning to it, at least for the lower seed teams,
Yeah,
because they have
yeah,
something to fight for.
yeah. No, I was just saying from a business standpoint, it's good, but from a fan standpoint, I don't know because say what's it called, the Cavs. Say the Cavs don't make the playoffs, they lose, or the Clippers lose. It's unfair to them because if they never had a play-in, they'd be in the playoffs right now.
Right. That is true.
So it's
So
unfair for certain teams. Like if the Cavs lose to the Hawks,
yeah,
if it wasn't for the play-in tournament, they would be in the playoffs right now.
yeah, I know. So
But
that's the thing.
now their season's on the line. I think what is it Thursday? They play Thursday or Friday.
Yep.
So we'll
So
see how that goes. I think Atlanta
that
wins that series if Jared Allen's not back.
hell yeah. That's the thing though, man. I mean, I think the NBA is like we don't care about the 7th and 8th seed. They just gonna lose in the first round most likely anyway. So we don't care who gets
And
there.
I heard that something about Adam Silver. He wants to add in some extra tournament in the middle of the season. I don't know what he was talking about, but
Oh yes, yeah, I covered that already. That's supposed to be coming, I believe, next season or the season after. I forget what year it was.
what
But
was it exactly?
it's basically another tournament inside of the regular season. Then you do the play-in tournament.
But what's like
So
is there like
it's
a incentive
it's a
for it though?
yeah, it's just a regular season championship. Like you could become the best team in the regular season.
I mean,
You
no,
know,
I don't think players care about that though. They want that
yeah,
NBA
that's why I
championship.
thought. That's why I thought it was stupid. You basically can win a title to say you're the best team in the regular season.
Yeah, I think that's just pointless.
You could be
Because
regular
even
season champs.
even the teams who are the regular season champs, I don't think they'll care about that. If you're a player
Right.
on the team, you care more about that or the actual championship.
Yeah, I think the actual championship. You
Yeah.
know me already, Shy
Yeah.
Town. You know I don't care about these advanced, corny stats and all these extra stuff that mean nothing. At the end of the day, it means nothing. You seen the video I made about Ben Simmons and this new true shooting stat? Like, what is that? That's a waste of a stat.
Oh yeah, he had a better true shooting percentage than you know what true shooting is, right? It's just basically your 3-point percentage and field goal percentage combined.
Yeah,
But the thing is,
minus layups and
if you're not
dunks.
taking like you remember how Simmons was too scared to shoot.
Yeah,
If you're not taking that many shots, of course it's going to be better than someone who is
Exactly.
taking a bunch of shots like Jordan.
exactly. But it's still a pointless. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't justify anything. It doesn't help say this guy is better than that guy. It's just a
Well, it's a
waste
misleading stat
of
too.
a
It's
stat.
a really misleading stats.
Yeah, I mean that's what these
Like
events.
field goal percentage in general, if you're like a center's or a big man or whatever, is always going to have a better field goal percentage than a guard.
Oh yeah, because for starters, if they don't take a lot of shots, or even if
Well,
they do,
most of their shots are
if they just
layups, while guards are
Yeah.
taking threes and mid-range shots.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and that doesn't mean that big guy is a better scorer. It just means, most of his baskets.
Like that's another thing with LeBron too. The reason why he had the great field goal percentage is because most of his shots are in the paint.
Exactly. Yeah, within 3 foot. Yeah.
Yeah. While with guys like Kobe and Jordan, a lot of their shots were outside the paint, and then
Yeah.
Jordan even didn't take that many threes as they do today.
Yeah, but Jordan still was able to get 50 from the field. Only
Yeah,
shooting guard and that's
Yeah.
still able to do that. So that's remarkable within itself. But
yeah,
I don't want to turn this into a Jordan thing. Everybody's gonna start saying, "Oh, you hating?" Yeah, you can't point out facts no more. Everybody gets mad when you point out facts.
well, G Money thinks the Hawks are going to lose to the Hornets. I don't think so. I think Hornets. I think they'll probably beat the Cavs too. Or you want to drop the link for him?
Oh yeah, let me drop the link for him. Hold on, I'm trying to drop this link. All right. The link is there, G Money. If you come through. King Wiley, man, it was a surprise to see somebody that represents for the Minnesota T-Wolves. That is really out there, man. Salute to you, man. My hat goes off to you, man. It's good to see somebody that's a fan of a different team. Because usually it's the Knicks, Chicago, the Lakers. I mean, everybody fans of the big cities. Nobody give a crap about small markets in the NBA. But, I mean, football, you could be a small market and have a big crowd. Look at the Green Bay Packers.
Or even that, look at pretty much all. Yeah, when it comes to NFL, I know there's more diversity in fans than NBA. They're all bandwagon fans. That's a problem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They're more fans of players than they are teams.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro.
Like it's funny. I didn't know any Nets fans before Katie and Kyrie joined. What's up, G Money? Hey, Hey, Prince. Did you know any Nets fans before Kyrie and Katie joined?
No.
Not much, no.
It's funny.
No,
all of a sudden, they have a big fan base.
Yep. Yeah, that's because of the star power.
Yeah.
But
so I know when it comes to NBA, it's all they follow stars instead of actual teams.
Word.
Forte. You just hear the troll not giving answers.
Word.
How about the Clippers, man?
What's your analysis of the game? What did you see in the game?
Why was Zubac in the game? And that makes no sense to me.
It was moronic.
Like no, and he's so useless. He doesn't.
And
he's
also
getting
the Clippers were
destroyed
just
on pick and
jacking up
roll.
threes. The
No,
Clippers were just
Bugs.
jacking. And also,
Zubac was getting destroyed.
Clippers were giving up dunks, jacking up threes, layups, man. We were just taking up silly shots, man.
Hey, at least
Look,
the Clippers
Where who facts
are in the
that?
play-in tournament, unlike the Lakers.
Good point, Chi-Town.
I
Ted,
don't know why you're laughing.
Ted,
Huh?
you just coming up in here to troll hoop facts?
Yep.
You're not gonna give at least one analysis of what happened in the game.
Man, the Clippers, they take bad shots. Pandemic P back at it again.
Okay, what did the Wolves do right? What did Minnesota do right?
Taking the ball to the basket.
Okay.
Well, they
And
moved the
take-
ball
take the-
around too.
And they moved the
Clippers-
ground, attack a baseline. I love D'Lo plays smart. D'Lo started off hyper, but I thought that D'Lo started off too hype, but I thought he calmed down the stretch of the game.
No, but I don't get why Zubac was getting torched on pick and rolls.
Pick and
I
roll.
told
He
you.
wasn't even getting rebounds. I don't know why on earth he's in the game. He's
And also the
useless.
Clippers.
G Money.
Yeah.
That is much analyst you're gonna get out of Tay. He's just here to troll.
But to be honest, I picked the Wolves to win this game. Even when the Clippers were up 10, I never thought the Clippers were going to win this game. Because here's the thing.
They might miss the playoffs.
I mean, they're not. They're going to beat the Pelicans or the Spurs.
I
all
don't
right?
know, man. I don't know, man.
Listen.
The Pelicans have been hot though lately.
I mean, Pelicans. Okay, fine. The Pelicans might beat them, but if the Spurs somehow plays the Clippers, there's no point watching. The Spurs won't win. Let's be honest.
Do you think any of these teams have a chance to beat Phoenix?
I mean, they have a chance. It doesn't mean they'll
Heck
win.
no.
I always tell
No,
people,
I'm just
they have
saying,
a-
no. I don't know because I don't think the Pelicans or the Spurs.
no, they have a chance, but it doesn't mean they'll win. I always tell people,
No, I don't
there's a-
think those two, the team playing tomorrow, have no chance.
I'm saying, don't. I'm
No,
saying,
they
the
have
only
a
team-
chance, but it doesn't mean they'll win. There's a difference. There's
No,
a
I
difference
think it'll be
between
a sweep. I think it'll be.
the
They'll
only
get
team who
swept.
could beat Phoenix is probably
Memphis.
Memphis. Definitely not going to stay.
Golden State's not
No,
going to be
if-
healthy.
Survive.
If the Clippers had Kawhi, then
Clips
Yeah,
like Kawhi
they-
will be different, but Kawhi's not coming
Yeah.
back, man.
Hey, did
He's
you
not
think
coming back.
Kawhi getting torched on by other dudes on here for not playing today?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't really kill Kawhi for that. Like he's not in rehab. He's not.
No,
It's
because what's it
shaky.
called? Ticket right now. Ticket's killing him for not playing today.
Hey, Michael, let's be honest. We don't know how the Memphis Grizzlies is going to look in the playoffs.
That is good. That is
Wait,
good.
who do you guys have? Grizzlies or the Timberwolves?
Grizzlies.
But
Do you guys think it's going to be like a close
I
competitive
think the
series?
Grizzlies
It'll
will get
probably
bounced
6
out
or
of the second
7.
round.
It'll probably 6 or 7.
Oh, so you think I think it's going to be really competitive. I think Beverly is probably going to get into John Morant's head.
I can see it though.
You
The
can't.
But-
only
but-
thing is that we don't know how Edwards is going to look in the playoffs. We don't know how D'Lo, Cat. We don't know how the Wolves going to look in the playoffs neither. They're young, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
Cat was horrendous today.
I
That's my
told you.
point.
To be honest, when he got fouled out, that actually helped the
He
Timberwolves.
played horrible.
It did. He was in foul trouble. Tried to do too much. He didn't do anything.
No, as
did
soon as
play
he got
horrible.
fouled out, that helped the Timberwolves.
It
win the
inspired the team. I mean, look, Cat's a good player. Towns is a good player, but it
He doesn't have any,
inspired the
like,
team.
killer in him. He doesn't have any killer in him. That's his problem.
That's true.
He
But
doesn't have
even
much.
Go for these
If
playoff
he had the
moments.
same drive Giannis had, he could have easily been the best big man in the league.
Right, man. Right. But
Yeah.
be honest, man, I never felt the Wolves going to lose this game. I never felt that. Even when we're down by 10, I'm like, if the game turns close, man, the Clippers might could be inconsistent in close games sometimes. I mean,
because Reggie Jackson sold the game, missing wide open layups, taking bad shots.
Batum took stupid threes. Morris took
And
stupid
even
threes.
Kalu's coaching, like you said, they were jacking up threes instead of running actual plays to get. Because I think they were down by like 5 or 6 with a minute and a
He
half
just
left.
jacked up jump
You don't need
shots.
to jack up threes. You could just run like a play and then give
Like,
a steal. Like, you don't know what.
Get a
happened.
3-point play the hard way.
Mm.
And here's
Yo,
what's
G-Money.
crazy: the Wolves were missing free
plus,
throws.
and plus missing free throws too.
Yo, G
The
Money.
Wolves were missing free. Minnesota was trying to give this game. They were missing free throws like crazy. Minnesota.
Word. Yo, G Money.
Yeah.
Oh, you met my boy 40 aside. He want to talk to you about, I guess, Kevin Durant, because that's the guy he want to get your opinion on. So he's
Kevin
gonna come
Durant?
on here. Yeah, he's gonna come on here sooner or later. I just thought I'd let you know what you go, a preview of what you're gonna get prepared to talk
Brooklyn's gonna
about.
beat
'Cause
Boston
he wants
once
to pick your
again.
brain.
Nah, they're gonna be Boston. Let's be realistic,
I
man.
told you.
This
That's what I said. They're gonna
this
beat
series,
Boston once
I'm not
again.
really gonna care to watch because I kind of know what's gonna happen in this series. Because let's be honest, Boston cannot double Katie or Kyrie. As you
Yeah.
saw with the Cavs in this game, Cleveland. There's a reason why Cleveland lost because other than
It-
Mobley, they have no rim protection.
Yeah.
Without Robert Williams, you're telling me an old Al Horford's gonna protect the rim? Like, come on.
And Jared Allen.
Without
The
Jared
main
Allen, that's
concern
not-
with the Nets I have is health. Because if
Same
one
thing
of
with the
those two guys-
Celtics. Boston too is health too because Jason
no, I'm
Tatum's
just talking
injury
about throughout the playoffs. So
Same thing with Boston. Jason Tatum's injury prone, Jaylen Brown's injury prone, Marcus Smart's injury prone, Daniel Tyson's injury prone, Al Horford, both Boston too, man.
no,
Remember,
but
man.
Kyrie always get hurt in the playoffs.
In other
so
words,
Yep.
G Money injuries.
Yep.
ain't an
Same with
excuse.
the
But Prince, can Celtics get hurt too, man? Like, remember,
Yes.
Jaylen Brown didn't play in the playoffs last year. Can
Yeah, of
Jason
course.
Tatum
That's
have a
what I
random
said.
injury in the playoffs?
That's why I just said this injury nonsense. We gotta let that go because
I
everybody.
know,
but
but my
that's-
point is we can't
when it comes to the
assume.
Nets, though, that's my main concern with that team.
Same thing with the Celtics. Same thing with Boston for
Yeah,
me.
but Celtics are to me are not championship contenders.
No, I understand that. But if you could go by health with Brooklyn, you got to do health with Boston. Because I just gave you a fact that Jaylen Brown didn't play in the playoffs last year. You can't count on him to stay healthy. I gave you a fact that Jason Tatum's been injured before. I gave you a fact that Marcus Smart's been injured before. So it's not like they are the most durable players in the NBA. Al Horford is old, so I don't understand. Yes, I agree with Brooklyn. Yes, Brooklyn needs to stay healthy, but same thing with Boston, though. And also, we don't know how Udoka's going to look in the playoffs as a head coach. We don't know.
Who?
And Udoka, the Celtics head coach.
Oh.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yo.
same thing with Steph Curry, Z. If we're going by Chris Paul, same thing with Steph Curry. You do understand Steph Curry has a foot injury, right? We don't know
Wait,
if
is he
he's
coming
going to
back
come
against the
in the
Nuggets
first
or no?
round, right?
Is he coming back?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what Zach sees in the Warriors. Like, Steph Curry, we don't even know if he's even going to come back or not.
Yeah, and plus we don't know how Clay Thompson's gonna look.
That's what I'm saying. Clay could look like shit in the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same
How
thing.
far do you guys
Jordan-
have the Warriors going? Do you have the Nuggets or the Warriors?
I think they can beat Denver. I think they'll beat Denver barely.
I'm gonna say this. I think the Warriors might get started in the second round, in my opinion.
They'll lose to Memphis, man.
I don't know, maybe.
No, in
but
the second round they're probably gonna face. I think Dallas, right?
No. They'll play
Dallas-
Memphis or
Dallas-
Minnesota.
Dallas
man.
gonna be- Dallas
They'll beat
definitely
they'll beat Minnesota. If Minnesota somehow gets there, I think they'll beat
Now,
Minnesota.
say what
but-
if Memphis loses to the Timberwolves?
I'm
and
gonna say
Timberwolves
this.
play
Then I
the
think
Clippers?
the
I'm
Warriors will
say
get to the
this.
Western Conference Finals barely, and even
The
then,
Dallas
that's not
Mavericks gonna
guaranteed.
beat the Utah Jazz.
If
I don't
you-
have faith in that Utah Jazz team. I haven't seen anything from that team. To
Drew
convince me they're
and
not the
Z,
same
if you're
team.
going to say Chris Paul's injury prone, same thing with Steph Curry. Steph Curry has a foot injury. Same thing with Draymond Green.
And
He's not
KD.
healthy. Klay Thompson has a what? Achilles and foot injury. Like, I don't understand why people overhype the Warriors so much. Even Iguodala's not healthy. So where's this? The Warriors going to beat the Suns? Get out of here, man.
The
Yo,
Suns
Chi-Town.
might choke. The
I
Suns
got
might
a
lose in
question for
conference
Chi-Town
championship.
before y'all continue.
To the
Yo, what's
the
your
only
favorite-
team that might beat
what's
them
your
is
top three
Memphis. That's
sport?
it.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Chi-Town, what's your top 3 sports?
Period.
Basketball.
Well, for me, no football. For me, football will probably be
Basketball,
number
football,
one.
then
Basketball, football, and I guess
Are you talking about like childhood or like right now?
hockey.
Right now.
Right now, I'll probably pick football, UFC, and then I'll pick basketball.
Okay. G Money, what about you?
Basketball, football, and like hockey. I don't know.
You watch
Okay.
hockey?
I mean, a little bit, but not too much.
I don't know you were a hockey guy.
But a little bit, but not too much though. But I'm more of a basketball guy anyway.
No.
But
I
more,
mean, no, as a child though, basketball was probably my favorite sport growing up. But in terms of like watching it, NFL is probably number one for me.
right.
Okay.
I probably put basketball maybe number 2 or 3, like tied with. Cause I like the UFC too.
Where do you put boxing in the mix?
Boxing
Top
probably
5.
like after UFC and NBA.
Oh, okay.
What about for you right now, currently?
I'm gonna go boxing.
Even with today's boxers,
Yeah, because I mean, I'm hoping for this Earl Spence and
yeah,
Terrence
just like
Crawford
you
fight.
two. First.
So I'm gonna go boxing
On
first.
so-called
Then I'm gonna
boxers.
go flip flop between NBA and NFL. It depends.
For me, NBA, WNBA, and sometimes NFL.
Wait, you watch
Okay.
WNBA? I can't even
Yeah,
watch.
I watch it sometimes. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
me too. I watch it sometimes,
Give
but not
me
all the
give me a pillow for that.
He's like, "Give you a pillow." Yo, Tay, what
Hey, are
about
you gonna
you?
watch this Tyson Fury and White fight?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that.
No, I will say Tyson Fury is probably the best boxer in boxing right now. I don't think anyone stands a chance against him.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, I
man.
mean, yeah, he's definitely the best heavyweight. You know.
Yeah, he's probably the only good boxer I like.
You don't like Canelo?
I mean, no, he's another guy who's like ducking these guys, having these cherry pick fights.
Who?
Yeah,
Jake
he
Paul?
does the same thing. Yeah, that's the problem with boxing is guys ducking fights.
Because what's it called?
Yeah.
We didn't see Fury ducking Wilder, did we? He fought
No.
him twice or 3 times. Sorry,
Yeah.
Fury,
Yo.
Fury's not gonna duck anyone. He'll fight whoever's in his. Same with Wilder too. Wilder didn't duck Fury. They both were the best
G Money,
boxers.
Yeah.
what do you see in Anthony Edwards?
He's athletic. He can shoot. I'd say more like a all-star. I can't say superstar yet. It's too early, but more like an all-star.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to see what he does in the playoffs first before we
Yeah.
jump the gun, you know?
Right, no question. I hear that.
I mean, look, I do think they'll push Memphis to 6 or 7, but I know, but they're not going to beat them. Let's be honest,
Yeah, facts.
because
Okay,
Memphis is
so-
a better. Yeah,
They might win
Out
one
of all,
game.
out of all the rising stars in the NBA, who are you impressed with the most?
well, there's LaMelo Ball, there's
Okay.
Anthony Edwards, on Rising Stars. Darius Garland's up there.
Even Mobley.
Evan Mobley, obviously.
Mhm.
Scotty
Yeah,
Barnes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. The Timberwolves, they might win one game against the Memphis.
Wait, Prince, I have a question for you. What's your top after boxing? What would be your favorite sports you'd like to watch?
John
Say that
Moran,
again?
obviously. John Moran, too.
Yeah, probably John Morant.
And Trey, too. I like Trey Young.
Say that again.
No, after
Shazam?
boxing, what are your favorite sports to watch right now? After boxing,
Oh, NFL and NBA.
what would you take over the two in terms of which product do you think is better right now?
Probably
See that
NFL.
depends. If it's the Eagles playing, I'm picking the Eagles. But
But like in the playoffs, like which playoffs do you think is more?
NFL, because NBA is more predictable. It's
Oh.
like you kind of know what's going to happen before it happens.
oh yeah, definitely NFL.
NFL. NBA, it's like sometimes for me, depending on who's playing, I don't need to see what's going to happen. In the NFL, it's like, who knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because right now I think there's only like probably 3 championship contenders.
It's
think it's the
Phoenix,
Bucks.
Milwaukee, Miami, Brooklyn.
Definitely not Miami.
Miami,
I don't think Miami's
I'm
a contender.
not saying the Heat will win. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the Heat will win. I'm saying that they're a contender.
Well, for
I'm
me, I
saying-
think it's
It's
3 teams.
Who
I think it's
the
gonna
Miami
be
Heat playing? in the
Brooklyn,
playoffs?
Milwaukee, Phoenix for you, Chi-Town?
yeah. Those are 3 teams that only have a chance. So I don't think other teams.
I mean, every team has a chance, but it doesn't mean they're going to win. There's a difference, man.
If
You
I'm betting money, those are my 3 teams.
I mean, you can have a chance, but it doesn't mean you're going to win. You know what I mean, man?
I don't think Miami's gonna beat Milwaukee, or they can't. I don't know. I
They
don't think
can,
they're
but
gonna
will
win.
they? Who knows?
I don't think they're gonna win a
Milwaukee,
championship.
yeah, the Bucks gonna sweep the Bulls.
I think they'll beat them at 5. I give the Bulls 1 game.
Maybe, yeah, but
I could. Right.
but DeRozan chokes in the playoffs.
Yeah, he does. And
Well, the
Levine
thing
has
is,
not-
though, with that narrative, though, he had the actual another. He has another scorer around him, though.
Yeah, but I understand that. But Levine
Yeah, I'm
has
not
not
saying
played
they're
in
gonna
the
beat the
playoffs yet.
Bucks, but people are using that he's a choker narrative. He never really had a scorer around him, though. That's the thing.
I could see the Bucks winning the title, Z. I could see it. I got the Suns winning it all, but I could see Milwaukee winning it. I could see it though.
I'm probably gonna go Brooklyn and Phoenix, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. If Milwaukee-
Same here. I got Brooklyn and Phoenix. I just think it's set up for that to happen though. Because we talk about KD being hurt, blah, but Giannis can get hurt too. You know what I mean? Milwaukee's not the most durable team in the world.
And even if
Well,
there's,
Milton.
even if both teams are
Chris
healthy,
Middleton's out injury prone. Drew Holiday is injury prone. Brooke Lopez is injury prone. Giannis is injury prone. It's not a
I'm
guarantee.
just saying, even if both are healthy, though, I could still see Bucks beating the Nets.
True.
'Cause
True.
what's
I
it
can
called?
see
The
you.
Nets.
Oh, I'm
Nets
not
is
lying.
terrible.
I'm not gonna lie. I really hope the Phoenix Suns lose again. That's
I mean,
my
that's you, man. So
No, what to call it? If I wouldn't be surprised at all if like the Bucks beat the Nets because the Nets have a terrible bench.
they could beat them again.
Like, even
I mean,
today's
they
game,
could,
they
but
were up by
man,
20.
will they? Time will tell. I
They
mean,
were
they
up by
could,
20.
but it's a matter of will. Could and will are two different things, man. You could, but doesn't mean you will. You know.
No, because what's it called? The Nets
I'm
were.
saying, I'm saying, but tomorrow game, I probably got the Hornets or Hawks winning, and I probably got the Pelicans beating the Spurs.
I got the Pelicans and the Hornets, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the Hawks will get in there.
I'm just not believing. I know you guys like the Hawks. I like the Hawks, man, but I'm just not believing this team. There's kind of a reason why they're 9 seed. I know this team is dangerous when they're hot, but it is a reason why they're in the plane. They don't defend. I mean, they don't close down shooters. If you get the ball out, Trey Young,
They're up and down. I could see them get either hot or they could get cold.
That is my point, though. And if the Hornets, why was it the Hornets hit threes? That's the thing. Miles Bridges might have a big game, though.
Miles Bridges.
Who knows?
How will LaMelo look in the playoffs?
The Hornets announced again.
No. I'm talking about playing in. I'm talking about playing in game.
No, I'm sorry. How do you think he'll look in the play-in?
I think we'll have a decent game, like a all right game.
Wait, so you think the Hornets will beat the Cavs too?
No, I got the Cavs getting into the playoffs barely.
So you have the Cavs getting okay.
Barely. I have a
Who do you
weird
have the 8th spot in the West?
Clippers. The Clippers are making the playoffs. They are.
Oh, hope not. Please hope not. Come on, Pelicans.
Pelicans. I mean, Pelicans have a shot being the Clippers, but I just don't see it, man. Like the only way that happens is if Ingram and CJ go off, man. But if the Spurs somehow beat the Pelicans, man, they're not beating the Clippers. Let's be honest.
Who's your?
It can happen.
It can happen, but it won't happen.
We all know
who's your
who's
a sleeper team?
Bro, it can happen, but it's not going to happen. And I know it's not. The Spurs are not being the Clippers.
Who's a team that's a sleeper to you that people are sleeping on?
A sleeper team? Are you talking about playoffs right now?
Yeah.
You can say a little bit of.
Nikes.
You could say for me the Heat. I think people are sleeping on the Heat a little bit. You could say the Raptors. I think people sleep on the Raptors a little bit. They could
I think they could. What's it called?
They have a shot to beat the Sixers. I don't think they will beat Philly.
No, because Thibault can't play in Toronto, right?
Yeah, because Thibault can't play.
We all know James Harden chokes in playoff time.
Same thing with Embiid, but same thing with Pascal Siakam. Siakam chokes too. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
So you gotta consider that too. And here's the thing though: if the game is close, who's gonna score for Toronto? If the game is close,
I don't know.
Probably Scotty Barnes, Van Vliet.
But how's Scotty gonna look in the playoffs? That's the thing. He has never been there before.
Like an ice cream cone.
Pretty much. I mean, I think Toronto has a chance, but I think teams sleeping on. I think Miami. People are sleeping on Miami a little bit.
What's another team from the East? A sleeper.
Let me pull up
You can say Minnesota. People are sleeping on Minnesota a little bit.
Hold on,
maybe.
Can I just share my screen?
Yeah, but they still be a first round edge.
Yeah, you can check.
I know.
I'll show you so you guys could see the teams in the playoffs.
I don't know.
Can you see my screen?
I see it.
Yeah, so these are the teams in the playoffs.
What?
Can you guys see my screen?
No, I can't see your screen.
No, I didn't see it.
Hold on.
Is that something I have to do? Because I see it a little bit. I
think you have to go on my screen and can you try sharing it or no?
Let's see. What do I have to do?
Does it let you you know how you let people in the show?
Yeah.
Can you let that tab in or no?
Let's see.
Yeah, you can, but
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I can.
Boston, they losing.
Yeah, they're going home
Bulls
against
get
them.
swept.
I think the Bulls get one.
Maybe as a Utah
Yeah,
is
so
they're
I'll
losing
start
to
with.
the Mavs.
We can actually do our brackets right now.
Yeah.
So I'll go first.
Sixers barely
No,
survived.
let him go first. Let him go
They are
first.
Toronto.
Chi-Town, go ahead, man.
Warriors barely beat Denver. Suns either sweeping the Clippers or Pelicans.
I don't think they'll sweep the Clippers. I think the Clippers will get one or two.
That's the only thing. It's Zubats don't get cooked in pick and roll.
You want to go first, Chi-Town? We're sorry, man.
Yeah. So we already know what happened with the Brooklyn Cleveland. So
Mhm.
I think Hawks will beat the Hornets, and I think they'll beat the Cavs.
So they'll play the Heat.
Yeah. How long is John Collins out for? You said.
I don't really know, but I don't think he's gonna be back for a while.
Oh, because if they had John Collins, I'd probably pick him to beat Miami. But I think Miami just has their defense is too good. So
He might come back for the playoffs, but we don't know how he's gonna look though.
Yeah, so I'm just based off that. I'm probably gonna go with Miami then. I mean, if you
Miami's a bad matchup for Atlanta. Miami is too many perimeter defenders for Atlanta.
that's why I said their defense is.
Hawks will get swept.
I won't say swept. I think it'll probably be maybe.
They'll win one or two games.
Yeah, one or two. So I got Miami winning that. I got Philly and Toronto. I think Philly wins. I think it'll be a deep series.
I think it's going 7.
Yeah, because of the fact that they don't have time.
I'm gonna let Joel Embiid cry again against Toronto.
Actually, I'll go Philly in 6.
Oh, so you think they close it out in Jurassic Park?
I think they can. They could win 1 in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Joel Embiid cries again.
Okay.
And then
Toronto.
Milwaukee against my Bulls. I have to go with Milwaukee.
Bulls.
That series is going to be over before it started. That series is over before it started.
I think that's going to be a sweep, maybe 5 games max.
I say it's gentleman sweep. Milwaukee in 5. Milwaukee has too much length inside of Chicago and too much depth.
I don't think Chicago gonna get. I don't think Chicago gonna win like a game against Milwaukee. But still, though, the Bulls might get 1 game, but we don't know how Zach LaVine's gonna look in the playoffs.
Right, and Lonzo's out.
And Alex Caruso. Don't forget about that.
Caruso's been there before. He won a championship. Derrick Jones.
But still, though, we don't know how it's gonna look. How it's gonna look in that new system.
That's a good point. Good show. That's a good point.
Warriors versus Nuggets. Warriors barely.
Let's start with the 1 seed. Let's start with the 1 seed.
Wait, and who'd you guys have? Boston and
Brooklyn. I got Brooklyn.
We all know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's a Phoenix will either play the Clippers or
give me a
Spurs
second.
or Pelicans. Oh my
Give me Suns and if they play the Clippers, I say Suns in like 5 or 6. If they play the Spurs, I'll be honest with you, Suns in 4. If they play the Pelicans, Suns in like 5
or 6.
Or I don't see the Pelicans winning 2. I don't see it, man. I say Suns in 5 to play the Pelicans.
The Jazz and
wait, who had the Pelicans? Tay?
No. Yeah. That's only if they beat the
Clippers.
No, who do you pick though? Who do you pick to win?
Who do you think wins the? You think they're gonna beat the Spurs?
Yeah, they should beat the Spurs.
And you think they're beating the Clippers?
Maybe not. Anything can happen.
If you were putting
it
money
can
on
happen, but will it happen? There's a difference.
If you're putting, which team would you put money on?
Lucky hope so though.
No, but if you're putting money on a team, who would you put your money on?
The Pelicans. I'm like, I guarantee the Pelicans going to beat the Clippers.
Right, and the Suns winning 5. Okay, over the Pelicans. Okay. But will it be crazy the Spurs somehow make the playoffs, man?
Right. Yeah.
And past final season potentially.
Oh, did you hear something? I know.
player.
Prince doesn't want to talk about this team anymore, but I'll just mention for the last time. There are Laker fans saying that they're gonna get Popovich.
That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna talk about that.
You guys really think my Lakers gonna get Greg Popovich? Hell to the no.
And then you got the Grizzlies and the T-Wolves. I got Grizz in 7 to be honest.
The T-Wolves might T-Wolves they're probably gonna get one game.
I have a feeling this is going 7.
But in
Both
my
is an evenly
opinion,
match.
I think the Timberwolves and Grizzlies might go to 7 games.
Man, are you talking about Mavs and Jazz?
No, T-Wolves.
Grizzlies?
Yes,
Okay.
it might
And you got
go to
the
7 games. But I see Patrick Bear getting John Morant's head.
Probably. But here's the thing. Memphis is deeper than Minnesota.
Yeah,
And they have slightly
but
more
still,
experience.
but still, though, we don't know how Desmond Bain's gonna look in the playoffs.
Same thing with D'Angelo Russell. Same thing with Cat.
And
Same thing with Anthony Edwards.
Yes, that's what I mean.
No,
But still,
same thing with the Wolves. We don't know how they're gonna look in the playoffs.
And Grizzlies.
I know, but the Grizzlies is just a deeper team and have better coaching, but time will
Yeah,
tell.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's
then-
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Grizzlies will probably barely survive against the Timberwolves, but I still believe the Grizzlies will get bounced out in the playoff in the second round.
I don't see it. If the Warriors are not healthy, they're not. The Grizzlies are getting past the Warriors if they're not healthy.
Wait, so in the first round, you guys have. I'm guessing you guys have the same picks as me: Phoenix, Dallas, Golden State, and Memphis, right?
I'll be honest with you. If Steph Curry isn't 100%, I can see Denver beating
Oh
Golden
yeah,
State.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, they can.
Because
but-
you got to understand this though. If Steph Curry is not 100%, Klay Thompson is not going to beat Denver. Because here's the thing: Klay can be hot and cold sometimes. We don't know how Jordan Poole, Damian Lee, Toscano, Kuminga are going to look in the playoffs. Draymond Green's not going to stop Jokic in the paint. Who knows? Maybe Will Barton might go off in this series. Maybe Aaron Gordon might go off in this series. Who knows, man? Maybe Boogie Cousins might go off
Is
against
MPJ out for the whole season?
who?
Yeah.
Michael
MPJ.
Porter.
I don't think they're coming back. Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, they're not coming back.
Well,
man.
Jamal, I don't think he's coming back, but Michael Porter Jr. What was his issue?
I'm back.
Mads is
Yeah,
Jazz.
I like
If
that
Steph
Bulls.
Curry's not, yeah.
I like that Bulls and Bucks matchup. That's really getting me pumped up. I think I would like to see that.
I would not watch
I-
it, value, man. That series is over before it started.
Dude, Prince, I'm a Bulls fan. You know me.
He said it's
That series is
over
over before it started. Like, I know it's gonna
Not
happen.
pumped
Bucks
up
and
to
five.
see that, G Money.
No, because even if an injury happens to the Bucks, right? The Bucks have so much depth and weapons. The Bulls don't have enough. Also, the fact that Milwaukee could double team Levine and DeRozan. Like, how's Chicago gonna?
On top of that, Vuk, I told you guys, I think Vuk is terrible. And
I don't think he's terrible. He's just inconsistent.
he's gonna have a hard time guarding Giannis or Lopez or whoever he's guarding.
Exactly, man.
He
Good
he
point.
can't play any defense.
And the Bucks have too many shooters, man. The Bucks are not. The Bucks
Yeah,
are
I
just
think
seeing
Bulls
for the Bulls.
will probably pull out one game max.
They'll be
think
at
they
home.
will.
They're not winning in Milwaukee. They'll probably win at home.
Yeah.
But Warriors and Nuggets, man, I'll be honest with you. If Steph Curry's not 100%, I can see the Nuggets pulling off the upset.
Hey, what's it called, Prince? Let's hear your picks for these playoffs.
But the rest in the play-in.
Yeah,
And then Mavs and Jazz, I think Mavs in 7.
yeah. So
Or
basically,
6.
I got Phoenix beating the Clippers.
That's
Wait,
all
you
you
said
have
you
to
got
make
the
it.
Mavs in 7? You think they finally get out the first round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I think Utah's too inconsistent. And
I'm gonna say this. I think the Mavs might give Phoenix a run for the money, but I'll probably still pick Phoenix.
I say
beating the
Suns in
Mavs
6 over the Mavs. Suns in
or
6 over the
7,
Mavs.
but we never know we never know if Luka is gonna go out against the Suns or not.
Luka has to be
And
healthy.
so out of
though.
all these
Yeah,
matchups,
but he do be
which
getting
one are
injured
you
come
most
playoff
pumped
time.
up for?
to be honest, I want to see. I think Boston and Brooklyn's going to be a good series.
I think Philly and Toronto will be fun. Philly and Toronto.
Yeah.
I like Boston, Brooklyn. I think it's going to be a good series.
I
think Memphis and
6 games.
I think
Memphis, Minnesota.
Yeah, Memphis and Minnesota is going to be interesting too.
I don't know why people read these. I don't know why people think if when LeBron LeBron missed the play, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's gonna be low ratings." Like, no, it's not.
No, it's gonna be
not 'cause
fun.
LeBron
It's
not
gonna be
even
fun.
in the playoffs.
And then
Wait,
after
Prince,
that,
let's hear your picks for the rest of the playoffs.
and playing tournament too.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the play-in. That's
Yeah.
tricky. I guess I'm gonna go with the Pelicans to get in there.
Let's go.
You get in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think
Over
they,
the
I think they
Clippers?
could beat
Wow.
San Antonio.
You think they're
Let's
beating the
go.
Clippers?
You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, Prince, you think
Ooh, are they beating the Clippers? I don't know, man. I mean, that's a 50-50 for me. It depends if Paul George comes to play. So
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
But we could say same thing with Ingram and CJ. They can have bad games too, right?
Yeah, that's true. You know,
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
I guess
But
it
they
comes
always,
down to
but
who
Eagles always play good
who I
against the
think is more
Clippers.
reliable, who's going to show up more. I don't know,
The
man.
Hornets might beat the Hawks.
I'm
That's my
I'm
point.
gonna go with the Wild Horse. I know they it's a long shot. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans because I
Okay.
would like to see the Pelicans and the Suns.
Okay.
And
You
then
know, I
who
would
do you
like to
have
see
like in
those-
these playoffs?
Who you think gets the AC in the East?
Yeah.
Hornets.
I'm going with the Cavs.
Same here, man. I don't trust the Hawks on the road. The Hawks suck on the road for a reason.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
They
This
play
Hawks
good
team,
at home.
I don't know.
Yeah, but remember the Hawks have to fly to Cleveland. Same thing with the Hornets. They have to fly to
Yeah.
Cleveland. Cleveland's good at home. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna go with the Hawks.
All right, man. Have fun watching the Hawks break threes. Have fun watching that, man. Have fun watching Garland eat up Trae Young alive. I'll be like I
Well,
told
it
you.
depends.
So.
wanna watch
If Jared
that. I
Allen's
don't wanna
coming
watch
back, then
the
I'll
Hawks.
probably take Cleveland.
Even without Jared Allen, remember, even without Jared Allen, the Cavaliers gave the Nets hell. Like they were right there.
They did though.
They gave them hell because they were going to the rack after being down 22. If they can almost knock off
Kyrie.
KD and Kyrie, I'm pretty sure they can beat a mediocre Hawks team and a mediocre Hornets team. I'm pretty positive because you have to understand the Hornets have no rim protection at all, and the Hawks, other than Capella, who's going to protect the rim, and the Hawks have no perimeter defenders at all. If the Hawks don't hit threes, how are they going to win? At least if the Cavs don't
Speaking
hit
of
threes.
that, isn't the Hawks one of the highest volume 3-point shooting teams in the league?
Yeah, they are, but if they don't hit threes, they don't win. And Trae, I love Trae Young, but Trae can shoot his team out of a game sometimes, taking bad shots sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not glad. Like last year, they did have a deep playoff run, but this year
That's last year.
It's a
This
different
year's
story.
team is different. Yeah, last year's, but that's last year. This year's team's been disappointing.
Yeah, same with the Knicks and Lakers.
Knicks, Lakers, and a lot of teams be disappointed. I don't see the Hawks making the playoffs because here's the thing. That could be a game that Kevin Love might go off. Who knows? Maybe Markkanen his threes. Maybe Evan Mobley gets going in the paint though.
And Prince Sports hit mid range.
Who?
What?
P.
What's up?
Right. I just don't see how the Cavs don't make the playoffs. I don't see it. And Rondo has some experience though. And Rondo, I don't see Rondo allowing them missing the playoffs. I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I mean, think about it. They almost beat the Nets without Jared Allen. They almost did. If a few plays here and there, we're talking about Cleveland playing Boston. A few plays here and there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably be surprised if Cavs make a deep playoff run.
Not gonna happen. They're not beating Miami, man.
What if Jared Allen comes back that series?
If he comes back, I see how he looks though. That's the thing.
He been in the playoffs before.
I know, but the Cavs don't have a whole lot of experience. Other than Love and Rondo and a little bit of LeVert and Allen, they don't have a whole lot of playoff experience, you know?
Yeah, playoff Rondo.
And Rondo's old too now.
I don't know why my Lakers got rid of Rondo anyways. We could have at least used him.
You know what makes no sense to me? Why would the Clippers trade Patrick Beverly?
That's crazy. And Pat made him pay defensively.
The Clippers are the most dumbest.
They traded him for Eric Bledsoe. They traded him for a bag of chips. Basically.
That was moronic, man. That was idiotic.
No, they traded him for Eric Bledsoe, who they eventually traded to Portland. For
And Bledsoe got hurt, man, in Portland. He got hurt.
And then they basically traded
money
for nothing.
Chi-Town. Pat Bev wanted more money. Didn't want to pay him.
Okay. So, P, you're seeing the Cavs make the playoffs. Okay. So, what do you think happens in the Eastern Conference when you look at the first round?
All right. So, we got Cavs versus Miami. I think Miami beats the Cavs. I think Philly beats Toronto. Milwaukee beats Chicago. And This is the Nets versus Boston. That's a
Nets
tough
gonna
one.
be some.
Dude, I think that's gonna be
beat
the most.
Boston.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
That's going 7 games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could go 7 games. Defense is still a problem for the Brooklyn Nets. You've seen even in today's game, Kyrie went 12 for 15, hit 12 shots in the first quarter, and they still
He
almost lost
was
the game.
9 for 9.
That's my point. If the Cavs didn't give a 40 in the first quarter, we're talking about the Cavs flying to Boston. If the Cavs didn't give a 40 in the first quarter, they'll be the team that'll be playing Sunday in Boston.
On top of that, too, Boston. Yeah, they almost came. What's it called? They were up 20, and they cut it to like 5 with like a minute left.
22. They're up 22. In fact, the Nets.
Yeah, and they cut it up to. I think it was a 5-point game with like a minute left.
It was actually 6 with 4 minutes. It was 6, but Marketing missed a big 3 that would have put within 3, and then KD starting to get going. The problem with the Cavs is that they got killed with pick and rolls and lobs and dunks. They needed rim protection though.
Yeah.
The thing I'm still not sold on Brooklyn beating. I don't know. I think it could go either way.
My only thing is that is Tatum and Brown going to be consistent in the playoffs? That's my only concern. Like I seen it. Listen, I understand. Kyrie, KD can be a little bit umpy jumpy, but Tatum and Brown can shoot the team out of a game sometimes.
Well, my problem with Brooklyn is that we know what Kyrie's going to do. We know what KD's going to do. It's the other guys I'm worried about.
Same thing with the Celtics
Bruce
for me.
Brown.
Same
And
thing
did
with
you guys hear
Boston.
Ben
for me.
Simmons? They're saying Ben Simmons might come back too.
But same thing with
Brent
Boston for
Simmons?
me. Is Payne Pritchard going to hit shots in the playoffs?
Another
It's
thing,
Mark-
too, if Ben Simmons comes back, what if he ruins their chemistry? That's another thing.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. He's still gonna be the same player that doesn't shoot threes.
But here's the thing we have to consider. I don't trust the rest of the Celtics players because I don't know how Theis is going to be. I don't think Theis and Pritchard are going to be consistent. I don't see it.
Right.
And we also have to
What do you
understand
think
it.
about Ben
Yeah, well,
Simmons?
you
coming back?
already know me.
I
can't
think
stand
Ben
Boston.
can help a little bit, but not by much. I think he can help a little
Do you
bit, but
think he
not a
might
whole
hurt
lot.
them? Do you think he might hurt this team?
I think whoever
I mean,
gets
maybe might a little bit, depending.
Who?
Maybe
I-
Ben.
I think whoever gets the most stops wins
Yeah.
between Boston and the Nets.
That's a
I don't
good
think
point,
offense-
but that's a good
I don't
point. But
think
the game
offense
is
is
close. It
problem.
favors
What
Brooklyn.
they
If
call
the
it?
game-
I don't think the Brooklyn should play Ben because what if he hurts their chemistry?
Yeah. To be honest, the Nets don't need Ben Simmons. I don't know why they trade for him in the first place.
Okay, so if that is the case, then you got Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, and for you, Chi-Town, Boston. For us, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Who do you think goes to the Eastern Conference Finals if that would happen?
Milwaukee.
Oh, wait, no, I
But-
had Brooklyn winning. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Boston wins the series.
Okay, so you got Miami and Philly, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Who goes to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Probably I
Milwaukee.
got Brooklyn and Philly.
Okay,
What?
wait, Philly's being Miami?
I think
You did read the? Oh yeah. You could. Yeah, he could say that. He did. Yeah, he
I don't
could
know
say
what
that.
Embiid do because it's tough to say because we don't know how the Heat will look in the playoffs. So what if they go cold too?
Same thing with the Sixers. What was the day go cold?
Yeah,
and the
like
Sixers
it-
have no depth, and Philly has no depth. Miami has some sort of depth.
Yeah. My dude got that.
Philly has zero depth. Why was
So
it
you
harder
have
than
Miami going to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yes, and losing to Brooklyn.
It might.
I don't know. I'm
might
not
be-
sold on this Miami team either.
Yeah, it might be Bucks and Heat. with
We've
Eastern
seen Jimmy
Conference
Butler
Finals.
be inconsistent in the
I'll be
playoffs.
my bold prediction. I got the Nets going to the NBA Finals. That's my bold prediction. I just have a weird feeling that's going to happen.
Yeah, I might have a weird feeling that the Nets might win the finals.
I'm having a weird feeling it's gonna be. I have a weird feeling one of those two guys are gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
But
me
we can
too.
say the same thing with Giannis. We can say the same thing with.
With Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
We can say the same thing with Steph Curry. Steph Curry can get
And
hurt
Ja
too,
Morant
right?
too.
Because how many times has
And we
Kyrie
can-
gotten hurt in the playoffs?
Who?
I understand that, but Jaylen Brown is hobbled too. I always tell you, Shaitan, you can't assume injuries though, because
No,
injuries
but
can
that's
happen.
the thing. He these are playoffs. He got injured in 2015. He got
No,
injured in
no.
2018 too. In
No,
2019
I
too.
understand that.
He got
I
injured in
understand that, but you're going off hypotheticals. I understand, but you're going off
No, but I'm saying
hypotheticals.
it's been like same with Anthony Davis. It's been something that's been consistent.
I get that, but can injuries happen towards anybody?
Yeah, but
Yes.
I'm just saying the chances of it happening is more likely with Brooklyn.
I mean, that's true, but we cannot assume that maybe they're not hurt this year. We just gotta just be
Like I said, I
patient.
still have them going to the finals, but I'm just worried about Kyrie or even KD possibly too. I'm just worried about injuries with that team.
I'm worried about injury with everybody. Same thing with Boston, Milwaukee. I'm worried about
No,
Giannis
but
getting
for
hurt.
me, I think Brooklyn
And
are
and
the
he's
I'm
are the
worried
too
least
about
vulnerable team.
Philly.
Embiid getting hurt. I'm worried about DeRozan getting hurt. I'm worried about Harden getting an
Giannis,
injury. Giannis and Middleton
Devin
getting
Booker,
injury.
Chris
Tatum,
Paul,
Prince, what
Steph
do you
Curry
think?
getting injury.
Prince, what do you
Jokic, you
think?
never know. Luca.
Mm.
Like I want to ask you, did you expect Klay Thompson to get hurt in 2019? You didn't expect that.
no.
Like anyone can get hurt, even the guys you don't expect, but you cannot
Yeah.
assume injury. That's what I'm saying, though. So,
Hell yeah.
so
Now I do get the Milwaukee Bucks and the Nets going at each other.
in the second round,
Second round, right? So
The
here's the thing.
rematch.
If Ben Simmons come back, that's an extra body you could throw at Giannis Antetokounmpo for defense. I'm
good
not
point.
worried about him on offense. It's the fact that he's 6'10", and that's another body that you could go throw at Giannis. If he doesn't return, I think the Bucks could beat.
Well,
the
apparently
Nets
he's
in probably like
I think
seven.
Robertson
Shams,
comes back. Who you got, Prince? Robertson Ben does come back. Who you got?
If Ben comes back, then it's a little bit risky. I mean, it could be in the Nets' favor because I don't think he's going to stop Giannis, but he could at least make him
Contain him?
work a little more harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Ben Simmons is coming back? Do you think so?
No.
well,
No.
according to Shams, it looks like. Did you see that tweet Shams made?
They might come back in the first round against
Yeah,
Boston.
they're saying that it's highly possible Ben Simmons will come.
He's gonna ruin the chemistry.
I say around game 3 he comes back. I say around game
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
when
so
he
you
goes
think
back.
you-
Game 3 to game 4.
But so if he does come back, do you still have Brooklyn going to the NBA Finals?
I think so. I think he can help a little bit, not a whole lot, but I think he can help a little bit with
Yeah,
their defense.
maybe.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Brooklyn's like probably the biggest in this whole playoffs. They're like the biggest question mark for me because they're a team that's highly capable of winning the championship. But then I don't know. There's just something I have an off feeling about that team.
Right.
They're
But
also
what
a team highly capable of losing too. So
pretty much.
Yeah,
But we
like,
can say it towards we can say it towards everybody. Though. We can say it towards everybody.
Right.
no,
I
but
mean-
the thing with Brooklyn though, they were the team coming into the season to win the championship.
And they were just in the plane have to survive against Cleveland.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's like, to me, I think they're favorites in the East, but I have a huge question mark with that team. There's just something off about that team that I'm not too confident about.
Right. So let's go with the West. So we got Suns and Mavs. I got Grizzlies, and you know what? I'm going for the upset. Give me the Nuggets. Grizzlies and Nuggets. I'm going for the upset. Nuggets.
Ooh.
I'm going for the upset.
Okay.
I just have a feeling that Steph won't be healthy. I won't be surprised if Steph gets a random injury. I have a feeling that Klay Thompson's going to be inconsistent in the playoffs. I have a feeling that Jordan Poole's going to be up and down in the playoffs.
You think
Zach-
the Joker's gonna feast in this series?
Oh, he's going to feast because they have no one to stop him in the paint, man. James Wiseman would have been that big. They're going to contain. I mean, he's not going to stop him, but James Wiseman could
Right.
stop him in the paint, though. I mean, not stop, but at least contain him in the paint with his rim protection. So give me the Nuggets, man. I have a feeling that Denver's going to pull this off. So give me the upset.
G-Mud could say, you guys can say that.
And who knows? Aaron Gordon is a good defender too. Don't forget too. He's a good on-ball defender.
The only upset you have is the Denver Golden State.
Over Golden
series.
State. Yeah, give me Denver. Yeah.
I don't think I have an upset in these playoffs. I think the only upset I could see happening is I don't even know if it'll happen though. But I could see Timberwolves beating Memphis, but I don't think it could happen.
I mean,
Miami.
there's a chance, but I think the Wolves are a little. I mean, I know both teams are young, but I think the Wolves are a year away. Because my thing is that I gotta see Towns be consistent. I gotta see Russell play smart consistently. I gotta see Pat Bev not get himself in trouble. I gotta see Edwards be consistent in the playoffs. I think the Wolves are. I do think they'll give the Grizzlies all they can handle because of their athleticism. But here's the thing: the Grizz are athletic too, and they're a better defensive team.
And
Yeah, I
they
got a question
shooters,
for y'all.
too.
If the
Yeah.
Clippers make the playoffs, do Kawhi come back?
No.
If he
No.
would have came back today.
No.
Hmm.
Kawhi's not gonna come back. He's not gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
No, apparently he's cleared to play with doctors. It's just that he's not mentally ready.
True.
No, doctors
But
cleared him to play back in, I think it was March. He was cleared to
Yeah.
play, but it's just it's up to Kawhi.
I don't think quite ready.
if I were Kawhi, I wouldn't come back. You're not going to the finals. If I were Kawhi, take the year off. I'll come back
But you don't
next
think
year.
if Kawhi comes back, they'll go to the finals?
But how's he gonna look though when he comes back? When you've been out for so long, you don't just come back the same. You know what I mean? Like not everyone's bodies is just gonna come back regularly. You know what I mean, man? They're not going to the finals this year. Who's the city even beat the Pelicans or the Spurs in the play-in? I mean, they'll beat the Spurs, but who's the city beat the Pelicans in the play-in? You know?
Yeah, and look at it like this: he's coming from injury, and he's
He's
facing the
coming from an
best team in the West.
ACL. He could fuck that up
Well,
against
it,
Grant.
it wasn't a full ACL tear; it was partial.
But he can re-tear it again. He can get hurt again. That's what we're trying to say.
No, but it's been a year though.
But it doesn't matter when you've been out for so long. You're gonna be rusty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Pete? Like not everyone's
But
just
he's been
like the
doing
same
drills
player.
like what they call. Apparently, they didn't want him to practice because he looked way too good in drills. He doesn't
But
want
that's
people
drills. Like, what about a real game? Look at Klay Thompson. It took Klay Thompson to April to let the old Klay Thompson. Klay looked like crap to start the season. It took him to now to look like himself. That might happen. That's what I'm saying. Kawhi's gonna look rusty. Watch what I tell you.
Well, I don't think he's gonna. He would have came back already.
He's not coming back though. Like, let's be realistic. He's not. He's gonna be out this whole year. But for me, I got Suns and Mavs.
G-Money, you gotta look at it like this. That'd be a big risk. You coming back
Mm-hmm.
to play against the best team in the West?
Right.
Playoffs?
Right. Against a great defensive team. Don't forget though. And the Suns gonna test out his ACL. They're gonna test it out though.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Oh, yes, they are.
What if he
They're gonna
tears
run
his
him to the
ACL?
ground.
What if he
That's
tears it next year though? You can make the same case with that.
Just like
That's-
AD last year.
No, I'm just saying the re-tears ACL. He could re-tear it in next season.
But he will have more rest, so it's less likely he's gonna retire it though.
Yeah.
It's less likely. But if he comes back now and tears, his career is over. Because when you have more rest, you get less likely to have a horrible injury. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm trying to say. So for me, I got Suns and Mavs in the second round, Nuggets and Grizzlies in the second round. I got Suns over Mavs in 6. I got Grizzlies over Nuggets in 6.
I'll probably need Denver could probably beat Memphis.
So you got the Nuggets going to the Western Conference Finals
It's all depends, but
without Murray and MPJ.
they could.
Well, I don't got Denver.
They
coming
could,
out.
but they're not. There's a difference. They could, but they won't.
You
I
never
don't
know.
think Denver's getting.
Yeah,
out of the
I
first
know
round.
they're not. I know, man, they're not.
Never know.
I-
Anything can happen.
Do you think this
It
is
can
Chris
happen,
Paul's
but it
last
won't
game of
happen.
the
Tay.
night?
Be realistic, though.
No, I don't even have Denver getting out of the first round though.
What?
Yeah, I got Golden State winning that series.
But if Steph ain't
still,
healthy, they're
though.
not going to survive, man. If Steph is healthy,
I mean, as long as he's averaging like 20 a game.
but when's he going to come back? That's the thing.
They say he might come back game 1 though.
Yeah,
The
they're
word
saying he-
might is the will he played. There's a difference between might and will.
Yeah, let
But
me ask y'all
listen-
this.
Yeah.
Is this a make or break season for Chris Paul? This
Yes.
is his final chance for the
If
title?
Chris Paul
Yes. If he doesn't win this,
again-
he will never win.
If Chris
Yes.
Paul lose again,
Well, I
he
think
might
that's
never win
the
a
case for
ring.
Brooklyn too. Because what if they don't win either?
That's it.
That's a good point. But we're talking about the Suns. If Chris Paul doesn't win this, he will never win in the future.
Yeah.
What about with KD?
Yeah, I agree with that. If Durant doesn't win this, he will never get another ring because it's going to be hard next year.
Yeah.
I think Durant's legacies and
But
Kyrie's too.
but
I
to
think Durant
me,
and Kyrie's legacy is at stake the most.
but to me,
Kyrie
I'm
has this
gonna be-
narrative that he
Right.
he
I
can't
think
win
the
without
Nets still have
LeBron.
more chances to win than Chris Paul, though.
that's a good point too, P.
I
But
don't
let's
know.
be honest,
Who do you
Denver's
think
not
against
going to the
Denver
Western
next year?
Conference
That's the
Finals. I
problem.
know what's going to happen. They're going to lose to Memphis. It's like you have to understand, Jokic is going to get tired in close games, though. And if he gets tired, who's going to step up for? Who's going to step up if Jokic gets tired? Who's going to step up for the Nuggets, though?
No, but the thing with Brooklyn though is teams are going to get better. If they don't win this year, I don't think they're going to win next year.
I mean, I know, but I was trying to tell Tay that I know Denver's not going to the Western Conference Finals. I know for a fact because if Jokic gets tired, who's going to score for Denver? That's what I'm trying to get him to understand. So yeah, it can happen, but it won't happen. So that's what I'm trying to say, though.
No, but whose legacy do you think is at stake the most? I think it's KD's and Kyrie.
To me, Chris Paul, James Harden, Joel Embiid.
Everyone.
Or no, I'm just saying like who's the most though for you.
It's tough. It's hard to say.
For me, I
It's
think
hard
it's
to say.
KD and Kyrie because what's it called? They built this team together. They wanted to come here and play together, and if they don't get it done, what's it called? This is their third year. I know that he didn't play the first year.
30, yeah.
If he doesn't win in the third year, this is gonna be like a failure and a hit on both of their legacies.
I can see that. I think
what's
it's
it
Chris
called?
Paul.
Because
I
Kyrie
think it's-
wanted.
See, I could. I'm glad you brought that up. I could see that, but at the same time, they still got more chances than some of these other guys. Like this is it for Chris Paul. Like
Because the
Brooklyn
West will
Nets
get
don't win
tough
this
next
series.
year.
No, I'm just saying if he doesn't
Yeah.
win this year, I don't think it'll hurt his legacy as much as it would.
But here's the thing: you want to be a top 5 point guard of all time. You have the best record in your franchise history. If you don't win a title this year, you're not going to win in the future because teams will get stronger. And if the Suns look, because
And he's
look at
getting
the,
older.
and he's getting older, and the West will get better. And if you do somehow make the finals, let's say somehow the Suns make the finals next year, the Bucks will get better, the Heat will get better, the Nets will get better, the Sixers will get better, the Bulls, the Celtics. Like the Suns have to win this year, you know.
Well, for me, it's the Nets because what's it called? Kyrie wanted to leave LeBron. KD wanted to leave Steph Curry. They blew their chance of winning more championships to team up together. And in the third year, you don't win the championship. I think that's a big indictment on their legacy.
I can see that, but to me,
KD could have
Yeah, I
won
can
more
see that too.
championships had he stayed.
I can see that. No, we agree with that. The Nets have to win. There's no excuses. But to me, Jimmy
yeah, no
Butler's
question.
a lot to prove too. The Heat have to win this year. After last year's embarrassment,
with Phoenix.
Miami
To
has
me,
to win a
it's Brook because they were the favorites coming into this season. They're favored for 2 straight years too, and the fact that they left their old teams when they could have won more championships to team up and they didn't. That's just like because what they go.
Well,
Kyrie
the
has this
three
narrative.
guys I say legacy most on hold or needs to win the most is Chris Paul,
Mhm.
James Harden, and
I
Kevin
agree.
Durant.
Facts.
What about Kyrie?
Kyrie too.
I would put him like 4th place.
No,
What
but
about
even
Joel?
Kyrie
What about
too.
Joel
Kyrie-
Embiid?
What's it called?
What about Joel
Kyrie-
Embiid? Listen. What about Joel Embiid? He's up there too. Joel Embiid.
Well,
Yeah,
he's young
he's
though.
up
He's
there,
still.
but he's still
Yeah,
he's
but
still a little-
just because you're
he's still
young
got
doesn't
4
mean you're going to
years.
win. Not every young player wins.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter
Oh,
if you're
yeah,
young
no
or not.
question. No question.
It doesn't matter if you're young
I'm
or
just
not.
saying it'll hurt.
I know, but
The person that'll hurt the
I
most
just
is
think
KD
the
and
window's
Kyrie this
closing
year.
on those guys a little more. So
No,
they
it's
need to
Chris
win
Paul
a
by
little more
far.
faster. You know, yeah. So that's why I'm going with those 3 guys because their window is closing. Joel Embiid still has more chances.
I mean, I understand that, but teams will get stronger, and you have to understand Philly may not make the proper moves to help Embiid win a title. Like, come on, like it's my thing.
And
Tony
this is
to be
another thing too. Those two colluded. These other teams, Chris Paul never colluded.
No, I
Kyrie-
get that. I understand that, but the Suns still have the deepest team in the NBA. You still have Monty Williams, who might be coach of the year. You have a great role players like
Well, no, I think they're
Bridges,
going to the Memphis.
Cam Johnson,
What's his name?
Dean, etc. And you have Shamit. So if you don't win the title this year with CP3, again, Chris Paul is a great player. We're not denying his talent. He's a top 10 point guard of all time. But if you fail again this year after blowing a 2-0 lead last year in the finals, I can't defend that. I'm sorry, I can't. You have to win this year. Because
So I would say his is more online because he's older, G Money, and plus his team is a winning team. If they go back to back in the finals and he go 0-2,
that'd be
that's not a
horrible.
good look.
And he will
mean,
be
that
the
happened
worst
with,
case scenario. What was it
Karl
against the Bucks again? Here's the worst case. What was against the same team, Milwaukee again? What
I
was
mean,
the
that's what
day
happened
before?
with Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Same thing. It hurts their legacy. I understand it's Michael Jordan. I understand that. I understand it's Michael Jordan. I understand it's Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, the Bulls. I get that. But 1998, you felt that the Jazz, to me, were the better team in 98. I felt the Jazz were
Yeah, I
better
did.
than the Bulls. The Jazz should have won the title in 98. With Scottie Pippen having a bad back that year, the Jazz should have won the title in 98.
Yep. The only X factor they had, the Bulls had, was Michael Jordan, really. Because that
Jordan,
Bulls team
Pippen, and
was getting
Rodman.
old.
No, or Kukoc
Yep,
was there. I
but
think Kukoc
Hank
was
Kukoc
the
too.
leading
old
scorer.
and they were kind of beat
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And
Tony
Ron
Kukoc was
Harper.
a role player for them.
No, their second leading scorer was Tony Kukoc.
That's my point. That's my point, Shaq.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what the Jazz
yeah,
had
but he was a
depth. They
role
had Howard
player.
Isley, Byron Russell, You also had
Horace Grant.
Wolfpack. My point I'm saying is that the Jazz should have won in '98. That hurts Stockton Malone's legacy. Yes, they're good players, but they hurt their legacy. They should have won it that year. They had home court that year in '98. That's the thing that comes to the Sun. That things comes to the Suns. Again, I agree that the Nets have to win this year, but so did the Suns. Because remember, you talk all the smack. Hey, we're gonna redeem themselves after last year. Then prove it. Because again, I picked.
That's
I picked. But here's the thing. I picked the Suns to win the title after James Harden was traded. Before the year, I had the Nets with Harden. When Harden was traded, I picked Phoenix. Okay? I said that if the Suns are healthy, I picked them to come out the West and go to the finals because they're the deepest team in the league. And if they don't win this year with the coach of the year, you have Booker, who's an MVP caliber, MVP candidate, DeAndre Ayton, 2010 machine, Cam Johnson, he can shoot threes, can defend. Bridges, defensive player of the year candidate. You have Shaman that can shoot threes. Crowder, 3-and-D guy, defensive player who played in the NBA Finals with the Miami Heat. If the Suns don't win the title, it hurts Chris Paul's legacy. Because think about it, you've blown 4 series up 2-0. If you don't if you don't win the title this year with the talent you have, I can't give him any more excuses. No more passes. None. You had the best record in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Who do you guys think gains the most?
Who gains the most if they go far this year?
If they win it all this year, I think it's
if they win it all. Jokic, John Morant, Steph.
No, at least with Steph though, I think if Steph wins this year, I'm not saying he will, but he's probably going to be considered a top 10 player.
You can make an argument, and if he gets a Finals MVP to boot.
And I think same with KD too. I think if KD wins, he might be considered. I'm not saying he will be top 10, but he's going to be a consensus top 10 player.
And if Chris Paul gets his ring, he'll be a top 5 point guard of all time. Chris Paul gets his ring.
Yep, but here's the tricky part. If Giannis wins, he's surpassing Kevin Durant.
I agree with that. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The thing with if Steph and Giannis win though, the narrative is going to be they didn't have to leave their team to win.
That's true.
Right.
They won with the team that drafted them. They didn't go and join other super teams. Same with Steph and both Giannis too. They stick with their teams.
If James Harden wins a championship and Joel Embiid, it get rid of the whole playoff choker narrative. If Harden and Embiid win the title.
Oh yeah. So man, we just broke this down, man. We got a lot of players that got a lot at risk. And this question, who has more to lose? I think we all disagreeing on that. But
Prince, who do you think has if they don't get it done this year? Who gets hurt the most?
We just said it. We just said
no. I'm asking Prince's opinion.
Yeah, I had Chris Paul number one.
Oh, Chris Paul. Okay.
But then after that, it's Kevin Durant and James Harden.
James Harden. No, I thought you had Harden. I thought you had Harden number 2, Prince. I thought you had Harden number 2. Then I thought you had CP3, then Harden.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. CPD, then Harden, because James Harden don't even got, at least KD got a chip already.
True.
Yeah, I'm going with those two first because they ain't got the chips first, and I got Kevin Durant at 3rd, and Kyrie at 4 because Kyrie's not the number 1 on the team. We all know he's not viewed as a number 1. So
I see that.
I can't hold him to number 1 standards.
Well, for me, I only picked KD and Kyrie because the fact that they colluded, though, that's my thing. The fact that they left their old teams when they could have won more championships, and then now you're left with not winning any more rings. I think that's, to me, that's an indictment because you had good teams and you could have won. Kyrie could have won more championships.
All right, so let me tell you this though. Out of all these guys that mentioned, who could still, I guess, redeem themselves a little more? I still think the Nets still have more chances to win the championship than, let's say, Chris Paul.
Embiid could probably redeem it if the Sixers don't win. I think Embiid could probably redeem himself next year. Or the year.
I say between probably the Nets or the Sixers. It's tough.
Embiid is still he's not even 30 yet, right?
Yeah, but age doesn't matter sometimes because it depends who you are. It depends on the team you're on. Age doesn't always matter because it's also the front office. If you have a front office that doesn't give you the proper help, you're never going to win, you know? So I say more Brooklyn because here's the thing: like they might get pieces around Kyrie and KD to give them the help to win a title. I don't know. Daryl Morey is not a great GM. Like you telling me that Mike D'Antoni's gonna get Philly a title? Get out of here as a head coach. Like seriously, no.
And another thing about KD too, he's like 33 years old. He has probably another same with Chris Paul, obviously too. But KD's getting
That's my
older, too.
point with Chris Paul. That's why I said the Suns have to win this year. That's my point.
Yes,
He's not
I
getting
would
the
say
end.
probably. Oh yeah, and Kevin Durant is almost on the closing end of his career, so he got to
Mhm.
close. He got to close his
The
career.
thing with
out
KD
somewhat
though is the
winning.
fact that he's colluded too. Like he's been a part
Yeah.
of the super team thing with LeBron. Like
Right.
Chris
Right.
Paul never really played on a super team. If we're gonna be
I agree with that.
Right.
I agree.
KD, this is probably he was on a super team. I wouldn't say these Nets were a super team, but they were a super team last year.
James Harden made him a super team.
And then he
James
was
Harden.
obviously with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Warriors too. So he's colluded. And
Right.
Chris Paul hasn't really.
And you notice this.
Mhm.
I'm glad you brought that up, Chi-Town, because most people respect Chris Paul more than Kevin Durant.
Yeah, because
Even
I'm
though
saying
Kevin
with Chris
Durant got
Paul,
good
even if he doesn't win, I think he'll still have that little because the fact that he had a chance to join the Lakers and he didn't join them.
Right.
I mean, I understand that. I still respect
Right.
Chris Paul even if he doesn't win.
Yeah,
I'm
even if
just
he doesn't win a ring, because the thing with Chris Paul will be like he never joined super teams. Like,
I mean,
the thing with KD,
Mm.
KD's been a part of 2 super teams.
I understand
Right.
that, but if Chris Paul doesn't win a ring, as a top a point guard at all this talent, Blake Griffin, Devin Booker, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, Matt Barnes, DeAndre Ayton, you had all this talent with
No, I'm
you.
just saying, like in 20
You don't
years,
win.
say if he doesn't, he's still gonna have that respect that John Stockton and Carmelo and John Stockton still have.
Not everyone respects Chris Paul, bro. Not everyone does. Like you have to understand that some do, but not everyone does. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
I want
Let
to
me
ask
ask
you.
you guys who
Yeah.
do you respect more, Kevin Durant or Chris Paul? That's a good
Chris Paul
question.
easily. Not
To be
even close.
honest, Chris Paul. I gotta be honest, Chris Paul.
Chris
by
Paul. I
far.
told you guys, Chris Paul's never been on a super team. He
Right.
could have
Right.
been 20. What was it? 2011.
2011, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, who do you got going to the Western Conference Finals? I got Suns, Mavs, and then Nuggets. Excuse me, I got Suns, Mavs, and Grizzlies. And I got Suns, Mavs, and Grizzlies, and Western Conference Finals. Excuse me, I got Suns and Grizzlies. You?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with Suns and Grizzlies. I don't know about Golden State. I'll probably go with Memphis.
What about you, P? Who you got going to the Western Conference Finals? I got Suns and Grizz.
Well, that's most likely that what's going to happen, but I kind of want to see the Suns versus the Golden State Warriors because I like that matchup. So
I can see that, but it depends on the health of Steph. It depends on the health of Draymond. Because you have to understand, I understand they won a 5 straight finals, but they were different teams back then. And also, they only played, 11 seconds together, 11 minutes together. Like,
yeah,
I don't see it
but
this
from
year.
an entertainment standpoint, who would you rather see, the Suns and Warriors or the Grizzlies and Warriors? I mean, the Grizzlies and Suns.
It doesn't matter to me. Like, but it doesn't. But that doesn't always matter, Prince. Like, if they want to go to entertainment, right? The NBA would have won the Nets in the finals last year. Like, the Nets were hurt last year, but Kevin Durant versus Chris Paul would have been a great series. Entertainment doesn't always matter. You know what I mean, man? Sometimes the NBA could try to rig a match.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm just saying, which one would you prefer to watch, or it doesn't matter?
And I just answered you. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, so I think what's it called? Ratings wise, NBA is gonna get more ratings if Steph Curry's in the Western.
Yeah, but they try to get ratings with the Nets, but the Bucks still won, so they may not matter though. You have to overcome it though.
Maybe he's just asking, what would you like to see more?
And I just answered your question. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well,
what about me? I think
have
Steph.
A preference or no? You mean to tell me you wouldn't get too excited to watching Steph versus CP3 battle of the point guards?
I mean, I don't mind it either.
Right.
Well, even ratings wise too, it's gonna be for NBA. They're obviously gonna want stuff. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but did obviously want. It's gonna be more ratings for because Memphis not really because they're a smaller market team. I know Phoenix is too, but in terms of excitement. Golden State's more fun to watch in Memphis.
I say it's even, to be honest. I mean, if you talk about shooting the ball wise, I would agree.
Because
If
with
the-
Golden State, Steph Curry is obviously he's a more well-known star compared to Ja Morant.
I agree with that. But if you talk about athleticism wise, you gotta go with Memphis. If you talk about excitement, athleticism, you gotta go with Memphis. But again, a team can overcome officiating sometimes. Like again, the NBA was trying to get the Nets in the finals last year, but the Bucks overcome that. Maybe that happens with the Grizzlies this year.
You know, another series that'll be interesting too: Philly and
Toronto.
Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, if that would happen,
Yes, because I mean, I understand where you come from, G Money, but entertainment does matter. I mean, basketball is a form of entertainment. People like to see a certain matchup. So, out of all these teams in the league, which one in the playoffs right now that gives you the most excitement? That you say, hey, this team is just flat out fun to watch.
If you talk about teams, it's hard. I say it's between the Suns and the Grizzlies. It's hard for me. It's hard. It's hard to pick one answer.
To me, a series I would want to watch. I really want to watch Brooklyn versus Philly.
Okay. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Because I like how Embiid and Kevin Durant go at each other.
And then James Harden, the team he's facing his former team. That
really James Harden don't like Kyrie Irving. That'd be good. That'd be fun.
Right. I think Brooklyn will easily win the series.
By far.
Yeah, but that'll be interesting. Even in the semifinals too. I think Brooklyn Milwaukee rematch. I think that's going to be a 7-game series.
For me, I want to see a Suns Bucks rematch in the NBA Finals. I want to see that again. Suns Bucks rematch. I would not mind seeing that.
I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind seeing Luka going in the finals. Though. I know it's not going to happen, but Luka in the finals would be interesting.
That'll be a great story. The Mavs go from losing the first round of the year to go to the finals. That'll be a good story.
Well, you know what else will be interesting? If Kawhi came back, though, that would be interesting, too.
Yeah, but like I said, man, how would he look from injury? Remember, when you've been out for so long, you're not going to – yes, I know it's partially torn, but remember, man, not everyone's just going to come back and dominate, though. When you're out for so long, you have to get used to the game and the new system, though, and get used to your teammates. Kawhi's not just going to come back and drop 40 a game, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to understand that, Tom. Don't act like Kawhi Leonard's gonna be, dropping 45 a night, though. It's gonna take him time, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One thing's for sure, though. Legacy's on the line, and history is to be made. These playoffs are gonna be good, man. So, with that said, brothers, we almost about to head up out of here, man. You know, I appreciate all y'all.
Yep.
You know, we obviously come chop it up, talk some sports, man. And tomorrow we got more play in, right, G Money?
Yeah, you meant today. It's at the midnight. Today you got the Hornets and Hawks, and you got the Spurs and Pelicans. Yeah, on ESPN.
Yeah. You gotta excuse me, man. I'm a day behind you guys.
I did not know.
What's the date over there?
Tuesday?
No. Say that again.
Is it Tuesday?
Is it the 13th or the 12th there?
It's the 12th here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's weird. Because I think in India, in like Pakistan, because that's where I have family from. It's actually the 13th there.
Okay, yeah, it's a day ahead then.
Yeah,
okay.
That's weird. So.
Yeah, it's extremely weird when you're American and you're looking at these games, and some of these games come on like 5, 6 in the morning for me. While you guys get it like 7 or 6 in the afternoon. Yeah. I have to watch games like 6 in the morning.
Wait, when did you say you're coming? You're coming back end of April, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the dates,
I'll be in the midst of the playoffs.
Oh, but do you know the date you're coming back? The date?
I don't know the exact date because it's all about when my visa gets approved.
Your visa's been approved yet? Wow.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation because I'm not a Filipino citizen, so if I stay, I'm only allowed to stay here like 59 days, something like that. And if I don't get that visa approved, I have to pay the fine. So that's what I have to get a new visa approved to pay this fine.
Wow. So how long you been in the Philippines? If you have to count, how many days?
Well, I came here in December, right? So
it's been like 4 months.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Okay. Wow.
So I have to pay that fine and get the situation straightened out.
How much is
well,
the
good
fine?
luck.
I'm guessing somewhere between like 10,000 pesos, which is $200 American.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
200 American dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
Good luck,
to
man.
you. Good luck.
We'll believe in. We
thank you,
believe
man.
in you,
I'm
man.
going to need it.
You-
I'm going
you-
to need it. So,
yeah,
yeah.
man. But before you
yeah,
guys go, who do you got? Before you guys go though, so what are your official NBA Finals predictions? Since we already did our predictions, I got Suns and Nets. You, the
Yeah,
official.
I have the same prediction as you do.
What were your piece?
Bucks and Suns,
Official.
baby.
What were you, Tay?
Bucks
Be
and
honest.
Suns. I got Bucks and Suns.
No, I understand, people. I'm talking about Tay. I understand, people. Tay, what's the NBA Finals predictions?
You probably fell asleep.
Probably. But let's be honest, man. I'm not going to enjoy much of the West because I kind of know what's going to happen in the West, though, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
me too.
it's like the West, there's no point watching much of the West because it's like reality. In the East is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Like, you have Toronto maybe pulling an upset. You have Brooklyn. I don't count Brooklyn maybe going to run. Milwaukee trying to prove that their run wasn't a fluke.
Wait, let me ask you one last one. Were you guys more excited for last year's playoffs or this year's?
Last year's.
Yeah, me too.
Because last year was more unpredictable. This year, I kind of know.
Last year, because you had and everyone was healthy too. This year, you don't have Kawhi, you don't, and LeBron and AD are not in there, so it's like.
I feel that.
And like the West is more predictable.
Yeah, I think the Suns are coming in. I don't think.
Tay came on here just to troll Hoop Facts.
And he's trying to overhype. And he's trying to overhype the Nuggets. Oh, the Nuggets could make the conference finals. Yeah, they could, but they won't make the conference finals. I know they won't. Without Jamal Murray,
Clippers hater too.
Right.
Well,
right.
I
Without
mean, that's why he was laughing, Chi-Town. He wanted to troll Hoop Facts, and then G Money was like, "Can you give some analysis of the game, instead of trolling?"
Right. Because it kind of gets annoying.
I know he was
I mean, I like Tay, but it kind of gets annoying after a while. Like, just give. I mean, I don't mind trolling the Clippers. That's fine, but sometimes don't do it every single second. Like, just get some analysis.
Well, he should be laughing at his own team because his team.
Your team even make the play-in. I mean, damn it, the Spurs are in the play-in and the Cavs. Come on.
Right.
There's another thing too. What's it called? This whole month, people are still going to talk about the Lakers, Prince.
Undisputed.
Yeah, that's the messed up part about it. The NBA needs to clean that up. If you're not in the playoffs, if you're not in the playoffs, you should not be promoted, man. Just talk about the team that's in the playoffs. You show.
I mean, what it is, it's the ratings though. It's the Lakers are a big. The same with Cowboys too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There were some playoffs without the Cowboys, and you got Skip Bayless talking about the Cowboys. It's like those two. I know when it comes to those two teams, you can't get away from those teams.
And G Money, it's funny that you guys, both of you guys, brought that up. Tay is trolling the Clippers, but your team is not in the playoffs. Don't troll a team if your team is not even winning.
And that team beat your team.
I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm not going to troll the Nets. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not going to troll the Nets.
Yeah, so like, shout out to Tay, man. He a funny dude with that one, man. But I mean, he cool peoples though, man. I just thought that was funny because I know he was going to come in and start laughing.
Oh, he'll be laughing more if he'll be laughing even harder if the Clippers lose to the Spurs or Pelicans on Friday.
Oh yeah, I know he would. But yeah, nevertheless, man, I catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. Stay safe.
All right. We out. Peace.